Hello and welcome to Community Spotlight. I'm Dan Monroe. Today we're talking about Cleveland, one of Cleveland's best celebrations, One World Day. My guest, Lori Ashik, you're the Executive Director of the Cleveland Cultural Gardens, and Sheila Crawford, you're the Coordinator of the Performances. Ladies, welcome.
Thank you.
This is a huge year for One World Day. What's the big thing about it? We're hitting a milestone here. Tell me about that.
Our big thing is it's our 75th anniversary, our diamond anniversary, and we're just so excited about it. You know, of course, last year we couldn't celebrate because of COVID, but this year we're back and we're just very excited about it.
You are back. You're going to be better than ever. Let's talk about what we can expect during that day. First of all, what time does the celebration start?
It starts at 11 a.m. and our opening activity will be our naturalization ceremony for new citizens of the United States.
That's one of my favorite ceremonies.
Yes.
Tell me about that, the people that are going to be here being naturalized. Tell me about those people.
Well, they're immigrants who have been here and have been preparing for citizenship for however many years, and we normally get people from all different countries. It's really hard to say they're from one part of the world or another. They're from many different countries. We usually get about 20 people, and it's presided over, of course, by a federal judge, and that will be at our Centennial Peace Plaza, right in the middle of the gardens, our new amphitheater, and that'll be at 11 o'clock.
Now, I want to talk about that amphitheater. Actually, it opened up last year, but this is your first time being able to use it.
Right.
Kind of describe what the amphitheater looks like. What's it like?
Well, it's a round, we have a round stage, and on the stage we have a map of the world painted on it to reflect the multicultural nature of the gardens. And we have a round wall in the back to reflect the sound, and then we have amphitheater bench seating for 300 people.
So after the ceremony, then we have the parade. The parade is just, if you haven't seen the parade, it's just amazing. Tell us about the parade.
Well, the parade, we ask all of the countries that are in the gardens, all the communities that are reflected in the gardens to march, and they carry signs and their flags, and they're often in native dress. But we also invite cultures that don't necessarily have gardens in the cultural gardens. And last year, in 2019, I should say, we had over 40 countries and cultures represented. And very often they'll bring large groups of people, sometimes, dancers or musicians, or it's just a wonderful, wonderful thing to see.
And then if you watch the parade from the main viewing area, you can also hear, they're going to have announcing of who's coming up next. They're going to have a whole description of what you're seeing.
Right, and Sheila is usually our MC and will be again this year.
Well, then how many actual gardens are represented in the cultural gardens?
We have 33 that are built.
Okay.
And we have several more in development. We have about 8 in development.
So after the parade then, Sheila, each of the gardens will have something to offer everyone, be it a performance, be it food. Tell us about that.
Well, that's one of the exciting things about One World Day is that every nationality gets to come and show off their culture, and that's what it's all about. And I think the best part, too, for our audience is that the roads are closed, and you can walk up and down MLK and East Boulevard in freedom and free from traffic and get a chance to get into the gardens and then talk to the representatives about their gardens and their country. And each one tries to honor their cultural icons, and so it's a great opportunity to educate people, and in addition to showing off the beauty of the gardens. So they'll have food sometimes, they'll have dancing, they'll have music, sometimes they'll have demonstrations. You can participate and learn how to do something in each garden. We have a lot of different programs going on. It's hopefully something to satisfy everybody.
What are some of the performances people could expect to see off the top of your head, maybe?
Well, something new this year, of course, will be the Centennial Plaza. This will be the first time One World Day gets to have a great big permanent central place to offer entertainment. So that'll be running all day long with a variety of bands and ethnic dance, and the Singing Angels are going to be there, and the Cleveland Orchestra Chamber Ensemble will be there. So a lot of exciting activities on that stage. But then when you go into the individual gardens, you'll also see demonstrations and dancing and music and food, and it's just a wonderful opportunity.
Well, I do love all the different types of music you can hear, but one thing I really love is there's going to be so much food available for purchase of any type of culture.
Yes. We'll have some food trucks, but also we're encouraging all the gardens to do as much native cooking as they can. So there's always pastries and delightful entrees to purchase, and it's an opportunity to show off the differences in the cultures in their foods and their preparations, and they are willing to explain how things are done, and it's a great experience.
Now, Lori, it should be noted that One World Day is August 29th?
August 29th.
Okay. Now, Sheila said that the roads will be closed, but how does parking work?
Well, parking is much easier than people think. Very often people are intimidated about coming because they're worried about parking. But we have, there's parking at the Metro Parks lot down at the northern end by the lake. And then we also rent out one of the parking garages at the VA hospital on East 105th. And you can take shuttle buses down to the park, to the interior of the park where One World Day is. So, and we have lots of volunteers directing people and telling people where to park, and it's really much easier than people think, and I certainly hope that that's not a deterrent to people coming down. And we have buses that are traveling throughout the park during the day, all day long, so we'll be able to, if somebody doesn't want to walk the entire length of MLK or East Boulevard, they can hop on a bus and tour the gardens by bus and then go back to the parking lot. And we'll also have golf carts available for people, volunteers driving people around. So transportation is going to be easy, and parking is going to be easy. So come on down.
Very easy to get down there,
Yes.
trust me. It's very easy to go enjoy this festival. In 2019, you told me you had 30 to 33,000 people show up.
Yes.
That tells me you need a lot of volunteers to help coordinate this event. Are you still looking for volunteers for this year?
We definitely are. We need volunteers from everything from, again, directing people with parking and safeguarding the parking lots and telling people where to go at the parking lots and our Federation booth and driving the golf carts. And we use between 100 and 150 volunteers every year. So we love our volunteers. We're very grateful for them. And we could use more this year. We're about halfway there in terms of what we need for our volunteers. So if people are interested in volunteering, they can go to the One World Day 2021 webpage, and there's a volunteer portal there for people to sign up.
Now, Sheila, this is definitely a family event. Bring your kids down, bring everyone down to enjoy this. I understand there's also a children's village. Tell me about that.
Yes, we decided a few years ago that this would be a great opportunity to create a specific spot where you could bring your children, and the activities would be designed to their age and their interests. So this year we're going to hold it in the Italian Garden, which is a nice central location. And 2 years ago at the opening there, we had the llamas, which were such an attraction for the kids. They were just delightful. Even the adults
Yeah, I was
love the
gonna say, even
llamas.
the adults. Who doesn't love a llama?
So in the, yeah, exactly, they're so cute. So in the village this year, we have a storytelling section that we started 2 years ago, our first time. And hopefully we have stories from all the different nationalities that they grew up with and are legends in their countries. And we thought the children would like to hear about stories about children in different areas of the world. And then we'll also have some art projects. Studio Go is coming to help people learn how to be artists and experiment with that, which is delightful. Instruments, playing music. We'll have games that they can play. So there should be a lot of entertainment for the children.
That sounds like a lot of fun for young and old alike, too. Cultural Gardens, you're a nonprofit organization. This can't go on without the help of some great sponsors. Talk about your main sponsors this year.
Well, our main sponsors this year are Cuyahoga Arts and Culture. They support us every year. It's wonderful, wonderful resource for us and wonderful support for us. And also this year, the Cuyahoga County Council has supported us with the supplemental grant program, and the Fox Foundation has supported us, Margaret Wong and Associates. This year, we're also getting support from businessman named Eddie Nee and very numerous sponsors, and we are very grateful for them, and we're always looking for more. This year it was difficult because of COVID and the pandemic and not knowing when things were going to be opening up. We had to start planning a little later than we normally do. So we would be grateful for any additional sponsorships we can get.
We also get great sponsorship from the mayor, the city of Cleveland, and from city council. They've been a great support of our project for years, and so we welcome their support too.
You know, and with TV20, we're always going to be there covering what's happening at One World Day. So just in case you can't make it, we'll be there. We'll have our cameras rolling. We'll show you all the fun, all the music. It'll just be great. So again, the event is Sunday, August 29th. I understand that there's also a special program called the Passport Program. What is this Passport Program?
Well, the Passport Program is a way to get around the gardens, and each guest will receive a passport that looks like the genuine one. It's navy blue and has, titles on it. And you can go to each garden. It's specifically designed for the children, but actually the adults love to do this too. And when you go into a garden, they might ask you to do a task or learn a word of their language or find a fact on one of the monuments, whatever. And for doing that little task, then you'll get a stamp in your passport. And so it's great fun for the children to see if they can get all the stamps in their passport and get the passport filled up. And then those that do, at the end of the day, we have a little prize for them at the end of the day.
So there's a whole educational aspect to this,
Yes.
and especially for the young kids, they're so impressionable. They might take a new thought away with them about how this world works, how different cultures live, how they act.
And the motto of the Cleveland Cultural Gardens is peace through mutual understanding. And so our design is to get people to understand about each other's countries and through that create a more peaceful world.
And this is a great resource as well for teachers. In the past, sometimes schools have given their students some little extra credit if they went and got their passport stamped and learned about all these different countries. So it is a very much an educational resource.
So Laura, if people want more information about One World Day, where can they go?
They can go to our One World Day 2021 website, or they can go to the website for the Cleveland Cultural Gardens, clevelandculturalgardens.org.
Now let's talk a bit about the Cleveland Cultural Gardens. It seems like you're always expanding, you're always developing. What's new over there?
Well, what's new, in addition to our Centennial Peace Plaza, we also have new gardens in development, as I mentioned before. But going back to the plaza, since this is the first time we've been able to use it, we've developed a performing arts series called The World on Stage. We've had a few performances so far. We've got more coming up. This weekend we have a Latinx afternoon with salsa dancing and music and spoken word and theater. We're very excited about that. We're very excited about the whole program. So you can go to our website as well to get the full calendar of events this summer.
One thing I did want to point out about One World Day, coming to this event, it's not going to break your budget because it's free.
It is free. Yes, it is free. Some of the individual gardens might charge a little bit for the food, but it's great food and very popular. And but otherwise, the event is completely free.
One World Day is well worth coming out with your whole family, just enjoying the whole day. It is a lot of fun. Lori, Sheila, I want to thank you for joining me. One World Day, August 29th. If you want more information, they can go to the website.
Right.
And we'll be there. I'll be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thanks for watching Community Spotlight. I'm Dan Monroe. We'll see you next time.